let's talk about the output now. So what is the output that we can expect from a media mix modeling, from a model? What is the output? What is the granularity? And most importantly to me, if I want to do a MMM analysis on my campaigns, do I need to hire a bunch of PhDs to understand the output and act on it, or not? Gary?
The quick answer to that is no.
Okay.
I mean, we've talked about MMMs being around since the late 60s, early 70s, and actually probably just until quite recently, you would have had to have a team of data scientists, or a small team of data scientists, or a large one, depending on how quickly you wanted to model. So yes, you would have to have that type of resource. But now with new systems in place and technical advances, you don't need to have that. And it's a good system should be able to present you with data which is usable. As Mikhail said, it has to be actionable. In terms of
Granularity.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, I've kind of covered this off, but it should be able to go, look, the devil's in the detail, so it's always what data is available from the client. So typically in this room, you're going to see campaign level data. And if you have, like so with Pixel Federation, we also incorporate into their model live ops data as well, so we're able to report on the lift that they're getting from that. Seasonality within the geo that we're modeling, so national holidays, sporting events, those kind of things. School holidays can often have an impact, especially on gaming clients and so on. So you're going to be able to see all of those influences within the model, plus the data that you would typically see at AppsFlyer, Adjust, Kochava, and so on. So number of installs, number of acquisitions, and so on, but they're just going to be incremental. So MMM measures incrementality of what you're getting from those various media sources and external factors.
Which of those dimensions, right? Like what's the incrementality from vacation days? What's the incrementality from my campaign?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So Michal, again, did you have to hire a bunch of PhDs? No. Are you planning on hiring them for interpreting MMM's results?
We have PhDs from data science or data or mathematics, but no, we don't need to, right? Like it has to be used by regular UA manager, right? Mm-hmm. So the thing is like how to use it. Like for example, in this particular case, we haven't seen the data yet, so can't really tell you about anything about an adjusted process. But what my understanding would be, UA managers would validate the last touch attribution results they get from the MMP or from the networks, from the reporting that we have internally, and validate that with from Kochava or the MMM solution. So what is the true incrementality of that channel, the campaign, or what they are measuring? And then the idea of the changes that they are making to the campaigns would be, okay, if it's in line, the incrementality with the last touch attribution results, cool. You have some channel that's bringing you true value, increase the budget, for example, if you see good results. If it's contradictory, so the last touch shows you, okay, it's tremendous value, and incrementality tells you, okay, it's not bringing you that much, then, okay, there are basically two options, or maybe more, but two options. Either decrease the budget towards the incrementality, in this case, like, so it doesn't bring you the value, or you kill the campaign. We will go with the first one, just to understand if the model recalibrates after the change, after 1 week, we see if it had an impact on the overall ROAS or day 7 revenue, or what's the metric that we are optimizing towards to, or we are trying to get the most out of. So yeah, basically this is the on the operational level, this is the way how I anticipate we will be using the solution. And ultimately, we are trying to increase the overall ROAS, or the day 7 revenue, or some other metric. So if we see that after a while that this is happening by either saving money or spending more on the true value contributors, then we have a success and we can justify the cost that the tool costs, basically.
Great. Alfonso, you want to add? the output?
Yes, building on what they mentioned, one thing that for me is important is to keep in mind that with MMN you have both strategic and tactical, more kind of optimization insights, and those outcomes allows to have impact across the entire company. Obviously, tactical optimization insights are relevant for campaign planners, those who are managing the campaigns to know how to optimize. But strategic insights, beginning from understanding what is the contribution of your advertising investment on your business, this is super relevant insight for the CEO, for the CFO, for the company to understand how to invest resources in the most efficient way. So back to your question, should be straightforward to understand the outcomes, and not only for technical people, but for anyone across the company.